Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast. I am a wee little princess who's next in line to take the throne, and now I must go back to my home to scold my father, Melty, also Drew, Bidu.
Okay, that was an extra thing. I'm just going to be a sexy spirit from the future, so Roni.
And we are here to talk about all things anime. Yes, it was another week of anime, and we have the stuff and the things and
the stuff that you want.
So without any further ado, let us start with Kaguya-sama. Wait, yes, are we starting with Kaguya-sama?
Yep, episode
Yes,
10.
Yes. Yeah, this is my episode of the week.
This is my episode of the week. I gotta be flat out honest. It wasn't a strong week, so this is also my episode of the week.
Exactly. there we go. I didn't want to be... I'm so glad. First of all, I thought last week was also not particularly strong. It just had like that one episode where Sayaka from Kakegurui was like, "Oh, I'm crazy now."
Yeah. So, but that's not to say this episode wasn't good. This was a clear standout episode of this week.
Yeah, no, this episode was very... This episode was very good. Okay, I guess let's start with the first part. Yeah. It's like one of those things where it's like... First of all, they were in their full couple mode. Like, did they not have that couple feel?
Yeah, they did. I kind of, and maybe it's weird that I say this, but it reminded me of us in high school where we argue over stupid shit.
Was thinking the same fucking thing.
I'm like, oh, this is totally a fight me and Drew would have had in high school. Probably a fight we still would have now, but...
Exactly, yeah. Except it wouldn't be as, like... You know, like it wouldn't be fighting over a cake. Like,
yeah, no,
just yelling at each other.
I would just eat the cake. I don't give a fuck. They were arguing.
We argue who gets the cake.
I like they argue. I don't know how they go back and forth for an hour.
For an hour. I would have been like, okay, let's keep arguing, but can we take a seat though? Can we sit?
Nope. You're standing this whole time.
Holding a plate of cake.
I love how Ishigami was just slowly like deteriorating as time went on. And like he eventually starts blaming himself, like, this is my fault if I just didn't eat the cake.
Oh god. Poor Ishigami, he was so scared. Ishigami was great this episode.
He was. He had a lot of great moments. Oh god, he had a great moment. But yeah, no, and then, of course, the cherry on top, puns. But yeah, the cherry on top was Chica coming in and just like, nope, friend police, I'm gonna eat this cake.
Yeah, I saw that coming. That was very... It's really funny, because this is the part in the episode where she does something that's, expected, and then the last part, she does something that's, like, totally unexpected.
Yeah. That was great, but I think my favorite part of this episode... Well, I don't know if it was my favorite, because between this and the third part, but the second part with them going to their friends for advice on romance.
Okay, so we'll talk about things that truly remind...
Oh, yeah, this episode was us in a nutshell.
It's really good. Yes. With me being the girl who's just like, oh, what did he do? God, that's awful. And of course, I'm, eventually come to my senses. Well, I always had sense. Like, the girl always had sense, and so do I. And I'm eventually just like, okay, I'm trying to see middle ground because I'm a sensible woman. Even though I'm a dude.
I'm clearly Ishigami.
You were so Ishigami. I literally was like shrinking. I was like,
oh man. I was like, shit, did I write this script?
Gross.
You literally
gross.
We can just cut out the audio for Ishigami and layer it over this podcast when we get to domestic Kanojo, because that's pretty much what I'm going to be like when we get there. But we'll save that for when we get there. We'll save that for then.
I love Kaguya's like, men have no morals, right? We can copy that and paste that in the Kanojo as well.
Oh man, I love how Ishigami was going so hard that.
Oh my gosh,
she got
really,
there. He was like, all right, cut the.
I was so triggered.
He was like, oh, fucking sludge, probably sucking dicks right now. I love Ishigami so much. I fucking
anti-woman rant.
I love you, Ishigami.
I mean, no, his character's great. I was just disgusted though.
Oh. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful. But yeah, no, he was clearly the one who was going overboard.
Yes, he was. The lip touch was cute though. I really liked that. I think that's one thing. That was one of the things that they made this episode of the week.
Mm-hmm. It was really sincere and nice, and it was like it was one of those moments where it's like, you know how we have comedies that are like romantic comedies, but nothing ever happens. I feel like, in a sense, nothing really happens here, but it's like it feels like something. Like that was a really nice, cute moment where you can kind of see their relationship moving along, and that they have some compatibility with each other. I don't know, which is heartwarming.
Yeah, it was. It was one. Okay, we're gonna stop being Kaguya-sama for just like 1 second and actually be like a romance.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay on with the romance, and they did it well. I really liked it.
Yeah, they did.
Then we that was great.
The last part of the episode,
this part, which is just equally as good as the second part. Where they're basically trying to figure out where they're going on vacation. And out of the bat, even though they reference, which I like that they referenced an older episode. They reference when they talk about it, and then when they're expecting Chika to do the planning for them and to make up everyone's minds, so no one has to like kind of be like the first one to say something. She's like, fuck y'all, I'm going to Hawaii.
Yeah. That was and then her, like, when they're going to the festival, she's like, oh wait, I'll be in Spain. And then Shiragani's like, you asshole, stop fucking up these plans.
I love this episode. It's opposed to like Shirogane being versus Kaguya. It was Shirogane versus Chika.
Yeah,
I love how Kaguya has just already accepted that like Chika's just gonna do whatever she wants, but I just give up.
Breathing is fun.
Breathing is fun. She's like, I want to eat something yummy.
Like she's like so triggered. Like, oh no, I've been through this for years. There's no winning this fight. This is done. Not even gonna try.
Yeah.
Shiga being like, don't go on the festival without that part. I was like, what are you talking about? You're gonna be in Spain, you can't go to the festival without me.
And then and there's one point where I love Ishigami's like, no, fuck that, you're going to Spain, of course I'm going without you, get over it.
Have fun in Spain with your tomatoes.
Yeah, right. And then she's like crying out and he's like, no, I'm the worst, and then they're like, no, Ishigami.
For once, it's not your fault.
Yes, you did good this time, kid.
Yeah, this was a really... Now, the more I talk about it, I'm like, yeah, this was a really good episode. I enjoyed it a lot.
It was, yes.
Kaguya-sama, we need you. Why are you only 12 episodes?
Oh, the best anime are.
Except for the next one we're talking about, which is Tate no Yuusha, episode 10, which is 25 episodes.
Yep. Let's see. So we find out, like near the beginning of the episode, that Melty's actually being sent to chastise her father about shitting on Shield Hero
Makes sense.
Naofumi. Yeah, it does make sense because he shouldn't have done that. I just feel like that's so awkward, like having your daughter yell at you, like what?
Yeah, like Dad, what the fuck are you doing? Like your youngest daughter too.
And you can't say anything because like I'm not sure if she outranks him per se.
I think she does. Well,
maybe because she's being sent on behalf, on behalf of the queen, who does outrank him.
Yeah, and they said it's like a matriarchy system, so I don't know. It's the king might just be like a figurehead. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not a figurehead.
I mean, he has power, but I don't know if he had more power than like the next in line to the throne. I
don't know. Well, whatever power he has, he uses it to make Naofumi's life literally hell at every twist and turn. And this episode is no exception because he's like, "Hey, it's time for you guys to upgrade your skills." but you can't do that now.
Yeah, what a dick.
Because you're banned from using ours. You have to go to another country. Enjoy.
What an asshole. I actually got mad because I was looking forward to it when they were talking about, like, oh my god, does that mean Raftalia is going to become, like, upgrade to, like, a ninja class or something and get some new skills? But nope. Fuck that. King has to be a dickhead and ruin fun for everybody.
Yeah, basically. Oh my god.
I like that Naofumi has, like, this little posse now that's, like...
Oh yeah, the posse... The posse from Loot Village.
I feel like they're totally gonna die. Like, they're gonna
die. They seem like death fodder.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite part is when Naofumi meets up with the bow and sword hero.
Yeah.
And bow hero comes up to the stage and is like, hey, are you impersonating us and taking our rewards? And then Naofumi is like, listen, bitch, you after overthrowing the fucking overthrowing the Lord, you literally left everyone to die. Mm. And you, sword hero, you literally killed the dragon, but then the dragon became a zombie dragon and literally almost killed everybody.
Yeah. I like that the sword guy, I think it's Ren was his name? I think it's Ren. But I like he's kind of just the most chill. He's like, oh, well, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, he's like, right here, like, yeah, and then the fucking bow hero's like, well, I still don't believe you. I've been like, bitch, I don't care. Like, I was like, I don't care. Even me watching it, I was like, bitch, no one cares.
No one cares about your opinion, bro.
Yeah, get out of here. Hold your L and sit the fuck down. Have a seat, bitch.
I do love how Naofumi just deals with everything. Like, I even like the way he dealt with, in the very beginning of the episode when, Furo was constantly bugging him with, oh, why don't you trust her? Why can't she come over? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I thought he was going to snap at her and we're going to get, like, this cliche misunderstanding thing.
I mean, but although on the other hand, he could have literally just told her what happened.
He could have, but I don't know. He doesn't have to either. He's just like, listen, it's my decision. You're in my party, so don't worry about it. And besides, he wouldn't want to go through that with you. I wouldn't be like, well, her sister accused me of rape, so... Like, I don't know if I want to bring that up around Furo. Furo's going to be like, what's rape?
That's what I was going to say. I was like, Master. What's a Shi-sama? What's rape? Like,
you don't need to have that conversation with the bird lily.
Yeah. I guess I get that. Yeah, them talking to the slave guy, that creeps me out as usual.
I like the slave guy, though. He's kind of, like, he's charismatic and cool.
He's also a slave trader.
Well, why are you judging somebody by their occupation like that? That's so disrespectful.
It's an occupation. It's that's literally like saying you're judging someone for being a Nazi.
Well, he's not a Nazi. He's a slave owner. So, actually, he's technically not a slave owner. He's a slave trader. So, we don't know if he has slaves or not.
Sure. I don't have the energy to get to cuss out for that. Yeah. Oh, the wave started by the end of the episode.
Oh yeah, there was like this close up of this mysterious woman
with a fan, and then like, oh, is this essentially a continuation of Senran and Kagura?
Oh, imagine we get the Senran and Kagura crossover. There we go. The wave brings in all the Senran and Kagura girls.
Okay, and that'd be the easiest one. All you have to do is strip them naked, and they just can't fight.
But you know, I have a feeling this wave is going to end up killing those new adventurers. And
oh yeah, 100%.
So I'm not looking. I'm looking forward to next week's episode, but I'm kind of not because I'm just like, oh, this could be a depressing battle episode. To be honest, I don't know. I kind of prefer when Shield Hero is more like episodes like this than when it is episodes about fighting and stuff. It's weird.
God, you're so like boring and size.
I don't know. No, I like the politics of the series more than I actually like the battling of the series. I don't know. It's just I like it. I like the world building.
All right. Well, I'm out here. I'm like, yes, I'm ready to watch some fuck up stuff. I'm waiting for some people to die. I'm ready for him to be a boss. I'm ready for Raftalia and Philo to be the bad bitches they're meant to be.
Don't get me wrong. I'll pretty much enjoy that if Furo... Oh yeah, we didn't even mention they got new weapons. Furo got fucking metal claws that just... If you thought her kicks were powerful before, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Can't wait to see her tear through, like, 500 people with one kick.
she's gonna be able to do a kick from fucking Street Fighter.
Yes.
And then just kill everyone.
Pure OP.
Yes. That being said, let's move on to our next anime, Kakegurui XX, episode 10. First of all, I'm so glad I caught it. I definitely called it. Like, as soon as she won, and then once they mentioned angles, they're like, oh, and everything turns. Isn't that interesting that everything is moving? Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, oh, and I'm like, that kind of feels like that, you know, somehow things are being shifted around. Except I didn't realize there were going to be 2 buildings.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I figured it was going to be something like that, where it was just like... I thought it was going to be something along the lines of, like, you go outside and there's going to be a ladder that goes all the way down to the first floor or something like that. But that also works, the middle column thing.
Also, once again, I still like this episode because it's very Sayaka-centric, which... And I don't know, I feel like
very
you would think,
Yuri heavy episode.
Like, oh wait, that's exactly why I love that. I was like, I'm feeling almost turned on by this.
I'm pretty sure if they lingered on that scene with Sayaka and Momo in the field of flowers for another 5 seconds, it would have been just a flat out sex scene. Also, the symbolism of them having lilies, which is Yuri in Japanese. So there we go. The symbolism is deep in this show.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. They're in a field of lilies, aka Yuris.
That's how you say lilies or lily in Japanese?
Yep.
Yuri?
Yep.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, you're right.
Runs extremely deep in this show. You thought it was just about gambling? Nope. Yeah, I did love that this episode had very little to do with the actual gamble and more on the personalities of all the people involved. It literally was trying to show the contrast between how similar the president is to Yumeko and how different the president is from Sayaka. Yeah, and that's why she's attracted to each other. They're so opposite from each other that they attract, literally. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god! And that scene where she dives after her, I was just like, yep. I kind of had a feeling that she wasn't gonna die. That would have been crazy. I knew she was gonna die. If she would have died, that probably would have made my episode of the week. That's because they went there. Holy fuck. I wasn't expecting there to be a trampoline on the bottom. I thought it was gonna be something else. I don't know what. But I was expecting it to get so fucking lesbian on me. Yeah. Well, I was kind of expecting that because they're always really heavy, especially with the president, with lesbian symbolism and stuff. I mean, I feel like she does it to everyone else, including Yumeko and Mary, because it's oh god, you guys are kind of crazy gamblers, da 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 da. But then she went over the top for Sayaka. She was licking her bloody forehead. God, I was just oh, this is so. It was so weird. As a gay man, it was just this. I still find this so passionate. It's oh. All while Yumeko's watching. Also, the ending, even the ending with Ray, where the other 2 girls just show up and oh my god, we love you. Take all our the girls, chips. Yeah, take our chips and our virginity. I was gonna say that's symbolism for their virginity. Yeah, right. We all want to give our chips to Ray. And then she's like, "No, you can't do that because I hate gambling and I'm an honorable lesbian." Yeah. So, are we going to get the final battle between, I'm guessing, what's her name? Toronto and Yumeko? Yeah, that one. Because it kind of seemed like Momo's arc is just kind of done now. She's fucking her secretary, so that's kind of the thing. Oh, yeah, yeah, I kind of don't care about being president. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep with Sayaka for the rest of this arc. Later, guys. See you in season 3. We'll just be sleeping together until then. Yeah, that 100 vote auction. So it's going to be about Toronto. I'm guessing Toronto. I still cannot wait to see the crazy faces of the chick that rolls her around. the hyper Genki cute girl.
Oh, her. Oh my god, like her eyes gonna literally fucking
I cannot wait. I hope she has the craziest fucking faces in the show.
No, I don't think it'll ever be Yumiko's crazy face from the fighting the actress. That was legendary.
I hope the last episode is just them making crazy faces at each other. That's the gamble. Who can make the craziest faces?
Alright, speaking of things that make us make crazy faces, let's talk about one of the best romances ever, the Domestic no Kanojo, episode 10! Ooh,
so, I did say School Days last time was kind of a semi-joke, but this episode was straight up School Days. This was just a School Days episode, just masquerading as Domestic Kanojo. Like, if you literally replaced Natsuo with Makoto, you wouldn't notice the difference.
Yeah.
I guess the only difference is Makoto would have tried to fuck Rui at the last scene. Well,
again, that's the only difference. It's like you're only like 0.5 points better.
But I hate Natsuo. Can I just say that Natsuo's a piece of shit and I hate him so much? Like
I called it from day one.
The episode opens.
Never liked his ass.
The episode opens with Natsuo be like, "Oh my god, Hina, you're cooking for me. That makes me so horny that you're cooking." Like, oh my god, dude. I get you're a teenager, but you need to not get injured and then crawl with one leg to get some pussy from Hina. You need to have some level of self-control in your body, please.
He's a teenager, of course he does.
Oh my god, no. That's even for teenagers, it just gives teenagers a bad name.
Nope. Actually, no, that's actually very similar to, trust me.
No, I refuse to believe most teenagers are this crazy horny. Like
Oni, my dear sweetheart, when you have the time, literally Google all of the women pedophiles who sleep with young men and half of them getting pregnant by them.
But, alright, so Natsuo is so stupid on so many levels because, first off, he's just Makoto-level horn dog who just wants to fuck everything he sees. Then he's also just stupid because his lies are the worst fucking lies I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god!
He has some Donald Trump tier lying.
I think that's what upset me the most about this episode. He's just like, I'm gonna keep seeing. I'm like, first of all, how dare you use your awesome friend?
Yeah, fuck you. Oh my god,
as an alibi to see
such
your
a garbage person,
shitty sister.
He throws his awesome friend under the fucking bus. He's hurting his fucking cute Rui, who's just Rui's just there trying to make you happy and cooks for you and wants you to be, and you're over here fucking trashing her. Even Hina was like, oh my god, how are you taking care of yourself with your broken leg? Oh, I don't know, somehow, I can get by somehow. Hina, it's not like Rui's there making dinner for me every night and fucking bathing me and shit. Some chick is just in my house helping me, whatever, where the fuck she is. So, no, I hate this guy.
Yep, and then at the end, where Rui was running out in the rain to make sure he was fine, and catches them. It was in the act, but it wasn't in the act. It was basically essentially in the act. Like, they only could have been more caught in the act if they were caught kissing or just straight up fucking. Which thankfully was not the case, even though I feel like the equivalent is about to happen. Because in the end of the episode, she's like, "Hey, do you love Hina?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've always loved her."
Excuse me. Person. Also, I don't want this thing not so shitty, but I don't want this to fly by and us ignore. Hina's also really shitty for doing this to Rui too, and also for genuinely fucking your student with a broken leg. Fuck all these people. Rui's too pure for this show.
Except for Rui.
Rui's too good for this show.
I was a Rui stan from day one. I never liked Natsuo.
Rui doesn't deserve this shit.
I will stand by that. Literally forever.
I'm so glad she slapped the shit out of him. She should slap the shit out of him again. She should just take his umbrella and slap him and push him over. Let him crawl home.
Yeah, beat him up too. Break his other leg.
Take his lunch money. Oh, speaking of which, the only MVP this episode was clearly Asahina, or whatever her name is, just pushing Natsuo down the stairs. I wish he had hit his head.
Right about that. Yeah, so what you get. First of all, not everyone is having a completely fucked up relationship with their sister teacher like you are.
Yeah, stop projecting, you asshole.
Yeah, stop projecting onto her. She's sweet and pure. Thank you very much. And he's probably gay, so whatever. Oh yeah, they went to go visit Gay Sensei.
That's the thing that happened this episode.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, he's an artist. I mean, artist. He's a writer. Apparently a very well-known novelist, that so much so that Natsuo's like, oh my god, the only thing I love more than fucking my sister teacher, books. Oh my god. See, this is why when people are like, oh my god, oh, but he's such a nerd, he's such a nice guy, da-da-da-da-da. Don't fall for that shit, ladies.
No, don't equate regular people to Natsuo, please. Regular people aren't Natsuo. Natsuo is
okay, I'm just gonna say this very quickly. I have met people who are in the Natsuo / weeb / book nerd types who have just done some really fucked up things when it comes to like relationships.
I feel like a lot of people have the potential to do fucked up things, but
no, they all do. No, my point is they all do.
Okay, but Natsuo is next level. Like he's just
he's far gone. He's far gone. I'm sorry, he's not the equivalent to like the guys that I've heard, the quote unquote nice guys or the nerdy guys. He's in like a whole field of his own. Yes, let me clarify. Totally different. Like he's like Makoto. They're even Makoto like books.
Yeah, essentially. But the best part was this: he lied to Rui. He lied to Rui with a shitty lie. I'm at my friend's house every day for the next week or whatever, which is clearly verifiable because Rui visits the cafe constantly. So that's a shit lie. And then you doubled. Your next lie is even worse. Oh, I am actually at Momo's house. All right.
I'm like,
what?
Bro,
that's shitty because now it's a shitty lie it's a worse lie because now you're making it seem like you're fucking Momo.
Exactly.
And also, she's even closer friends to Rui than your friend is. So Rui can just go to Momo and be like, hey, Momo, are you and Natsuo fucking each other? Or is he coming to your house every night to eat with you?
No, but no, what I'm talking about. So, I mean, of course, even though Rui's asked him, because, you know, Rui's the only one who does anything the fair, right, or polite way.
Mm-hmm.
She even, in her mind, she already knows. Because, like, what other reason would you have to lie to go visit our sister? Mm-hmm. Unless you were with her. I think maybe the only another difference between her and, Makoto and him is that he actually hasn't slept with her yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, just because you haven't, like, put your peen inside her, like, you're still a shit person. Like, it's all the intent that
He's
counts.
Just a Makoto that's had less success.
Yes, he's just a virgin Makoto.
Yeah.
So fuck him.
I hope he dies at the end of the series. I hope that's the ending of the series. He just fucking...
No, he's not doing anything. Like I said, he's not Makoto, so they probably won't kill him.
I hate him so much. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to something pleasant. Let us talk about Boogiebop Warawanai. Hey, I got it right. Episode 16.
I'm like looking for my notes. I'm like, okay, here we go.
This episode is weird.
Yeah. Usually I can kind of make sense of what's happening, but this is like slowly kind of entering to Aru territory.
Yeah,
just
it's creeping.
Yeah, like just a little bit. Like they're stuck in like the boy's dream, but the boy's dream is making like this giant monster come to life, but the energy from his dream is leaking out into the real world, which is causing actual tremors, which might cause the whole building to collapse unless they kill the monster inside the dream.
Mm-hmm. And the Distortion King is not really the cause of this. He's just taking advantage of something it kind of felt like Inception. Like we're going through people's illusions or dreams and trying to piece things together. So I didn't get why the Distortion King is doing anything here. Like, what's his purpose here?
He said he's running some kind of experiment. We still don't know what the experiment is per se. But yeah. I love how Nitoki, she refused the food because it was Maishita who made it, and she's like, why would I want to eat the food of the girl who's dating the guy that I like?
Who made the food for the guy I like?
Oh god, yeah. First of all, if that was me, I would have ate that shit. I'm like, I'm like, thanks, bitch.
Yeah. But that's why she's a nice person, so.
Yeah, nice girls finish last.
Ha. Sorry, Rui.
Oh, that makes me sad.
I like that there was a lot of Boogiepop this episode because I love Boogiepop.
Like a ton of Boogiepop. Very nice switch up, so to speak.
She had a lot of dialogue. She had a lot of scenes. She had a scene of killing the giant dinosaur thing.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was actually pretty dope. Thank you for not like. I thought it was going to be way more boring because the action scenes in this show kind of go back and forth between being good and boring. But
agreed.
But this was actually a pretty good one.
I still remember the first fight scene with the Manticore and Echoes and that shit show. Yeah, so bad. Yeah, but yeah, just a lot of like I don't know how to summarize what's happening because it's like it's like they escape the dream, then they go back into the dream, and they escape the dream, and they go back into the dream, and you can't really tell if they're still in it or not.
I don't know enough about what's going on to actually discuss it just yet, which goes back to my thing about I wish they kind of like they did with the last arc where they just really saw that once. Part of me wishes they did that because there's more to talk about in that way. But for now, it's just kind of like stuff happened. We don't know the full picture yet, so it's like.
Oh, I just got this now. I did like and I know your favorite character, Suema.
Oh God, Suema. All right, we had her whole little scene
where she talked about why she doesn't believe in like this dissociative disorder. And I'm just thinking about it now. It actually does tie very nicely into like literally everything. Like it was actually very. No, yes, it started out as Boogiepop, but if you think about it, the Distortion King is like, hey, this is actually you, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
So it's like, that other self, and it's like someone's talking about like, oh, dissociative disorder thing. It's about you just revealing your deep subconsciousness as opposed to being a totally different entity. So yeah, basically she's basically describing what the King of Distortion is doing. Yeah, which I think is pretty cool. That was a nice tie-in. Thank you, Suema, for being our daily dose of exposition.
Yeah. What if she's the Distortion King?
Oh God, no! She's way too whatever.
She's way too boring to be.
I was trying not to say boring.
Well, as long as she keeps giving exposition, as long as she doesn't have a whole arc dedicated to her, and she just makes cameos to give exposition, she's fine.
I want her to have her own arc where she's like awesome and not.
No.
Well, I just want her to be awesome and not like, oh, I'm just gonna talk for like 4 episodes. It's like.
I can't.
She's like I want a whole arc where everything that she believes in is like slowly starts getting broken down, like her core beliefs and like her logic, and it just all starts falling apart. She just starts like, what's going on, and yada yada yada, and then her persona awakens, and this is Persona 6.
I want her to have an arc. The only way I'll watch an arc with her in it is if the arc revolves around everyone losing their voice and she can't speak. That would be an interesting arc. And then I would have to listen to mountains of exposition.
Wow, that's really mean. That's really mean.
Well, we're about to get meaner because you know what's up next?
No.
Reincarnated as a slime, episode 23. Or as I call it, half an episode. Because we should just call it 22.5.
But this is the last episode, though.
This is the last episode. The next episode is an OVA. Let me preface this by saying there was an announcement that we're getting a season 2 of Slime.
It has to be.
In 2020.
Yeah.
So, yay, second season. Boo the ending of this first season.
Oh, man. It was literally just so, like... Literally, the only thing that matters is all the kids got their spirits, and first of all, that whole shit, oh, I'm just gonna make a fucking spirit. Really? what in the shitty overlord bullshit is going on?
I like how they invented a problem where they specifically were like, listen, these kids are gonna die and there's nothing you can do about it with the Great Mage. The Great Mage is OP, but you can't use it for this problem. Yet he ends up using the Great Mage to solve the problem anyway, so it's completely irrelevant. Like at the end of the day, Great Mage always solves every problem that ever happens in the show.
Yeah, they just need a little bit of tweaking here and there, but yeah. More or less.
I do like how they're actually giving her a personality though, where she's like smug and
she was like, she's like, I did everything. I'm great.
So that's cute.
Yeah, that was cute. Shout out to that sexy elf spirit who, and of course, I knew something was gonna happen to Chloe. I knew it a million %.
Yeah, she has a sexy time traveling spirit from the future that looks a lot like her. So I'm guessing it's her from the future.
I was gonna say it's her from the future, and she's giving birth to herself inside of her.
I hope. Oh no, we're gonna do time travel. Are we really gonna do this right now? Are we gonna?
I actually wouldn't mind time travel. That time travel, they've never done time travel in a alternate, like in an isekai anime.
Yeah, but unless you're Steins Gate, you're gonna fuck up time travel really badly. You're gonna create like paradoxes and shit. Like, you already created one? How does Chloe give birth to herself? She also looks a lot like Shizue, which makes me think, what if Chloe is Shizue from the... Like, I don't know. There's a bunch of time travel things and shenanigans are going to open up next season.
Yeah. So I'm just going to, I'm just going to look forward to that when it happens. But yeah, other than that, nothing happens. Like, maybe we just go back home. They just show a bunch of flashbacks.
So I don't understand. So last episode, 22... was way too long because they stretched it out where it was just like meaningless dialogue and stuff, and it was like, all right, you could have squeezed this into 10 minutes. But then this episode was like too short because there was only like 5 or 10 minutes of things actually happening, and then there was literally like a 5-minute recap in the middle of this episode, and then like 2 minutes of epilogue that's kind of unnecessary. You could have literally just put the first half of this episode into the last half of the last episode, and you would have had a perfectly paced episode.
Yeah.
And then this last episode could have actually had, like, a good conclusion or something.
Yeah, there was no conflict, no nothing. They just get their spirits, and it's like, oh, we're going to set up for next season. And do nothing else. You're welcome.
I feel like, and I don't want to make it sound like I hate slime, because I actually do like slime, but these last, like the last, not the last half, but like the last 2 arcs, this arc and the last arc were really not the best. They were kind of slow, not really important, nothing happening. It felt like, you know how we have Tate no Yuusha feels like, I'm going to make a food analogy because I'm hungry. Tate no Yuusha feels like, well, Tate no Yuusha feels like a chocolate bar, like a Hershey's almond chocolate bar where you bite it, it's crunchy and it has almonds in it. It's really good.
All right.
And this feels like those Malamars where it's like good on the outside, but it's all fluff on the inside, and it doesn't really fill you up. That's what slime has felt like for the past 8 or 9 episodes. Just nice looking on the outside, but kind of lacking substance.
Yeah, I would say this is one of those. So there's like a bunch of anime that I'm watching. I can't put my mind. It was one. I forget which series it was. But at the end of the first episode, I remember watching it, and I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, this was the end of the first season, and I'm like, wow, thank God, I'm starting season 2 right away, or else I'd be really upset. See, and the problem is that's not happening now. This is the end of the first season. There is no second one yet, so therefore I am upset.
Yeah, it's really disappointing, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, slime, why? That said,
they started on a high note, and then they kind of just like crash and burned.
So what are we gonna rate it?
7.
7.
Yep.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5. It gets the 0.5 because I really enjoyed the first half. It was really, really good. So I'll give it that little extra bump. But yeah, the second half kind of fell apart.
No, like, and yes, it definitely lost more. Just this episode alone probably knocked it down a point or 2. Yeah. I'm very critical on how the series ends.
Yeah, the ending is kind of really important. Even if it's getting a second season, like we did this with Hero Academia. Like, yeah, we know it's getting another season, but you still have to
every last episode was pretty well. Okay, with the exception of the last season. All the other seasons of Boku no Hero
ended well.
So
you gotta know how to close your seasons, guys. Closing.
Oh, duh, I'm getting triggered.
All right, let us move into the last show of the week. To Aru Majitsu no Index, episode 23.
Okay.
The fight with Gabriel continues.
Yeah, and to be honest, it was cool. I liked this episode. It was just a fight. It was a good fight against. I didn't really need to know or care about what was happening.
It was enjoyable, and I didn't really follow the episode. I followed it to the degree that I knew what was happening with the fight. Like I knew that Aqua.
Who was this Hyoka girl? Am I just forgot? Did I just forgot about her?
They showed all these flashbacks. She was last. I think it was last season. She was like the last arc of last season, where she was, or she Railgun. I forget. See, this is the other problem. I forget who's in Railgun and who's in Index. But I do remember her being there, and she was like possessed by something, and they had to fight her or something like that. Anyway, she was completely wiped off the face of the earth until just now, where she's like, "Oh yeah, we have this character. Let's put her back in the show."
Exactly.
Which Index loves to do. And I'm like completely like, who? What?
Exactly. That's where I'm at, bitch. I'm like, I don't know who you are, but you're an angel, so fuck it up, I guess.
Accelerator fighting was also pretty dope. Like just seeing them fight together against Gabriel was cool. I like that there's like a team effort. They're all doing different things to bring down this angel. Kind of shows that how powerful it is.
Yeah. I love how Gabriel just like cast meteor and they just like blew up.
Yeah.
And then my boy Aqua of the rear comes and helps, and by absorbing her energy, I'm just gonna say Gabriel's energy.
Yeah.
To the point where she was like immobile, and then they finally took her down, and then I was like, oh fuck, the character like dies, and then Hamza was like, stand up, and he's
don't
like,
worry, just yell, and you'll be fine. It cures all wounds.
And I'm like, this is really shonen as fuck right now, but you know what? I love Aqua, so why not?
I did like that it actually caught something for once, where it's like Gabriel was like, or Aqua was telling Fiamma like, oh, I'm actually the avatar of Gabriel or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, they did mention that. In his gibberish when he fought with Itsuwa and the rest of those people, he mentioned like, "Oh, I'm actually the avatar of Gabriel." Blah blah blah. Blah. So it was a nice actual callback to something that happened. That I actually remember it happening.
Yeah, good on you, because I definitely forgot anything he says. And he starts talking about all the bullshit reasons why he's OP. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna tune back in 3, 2.
I will give them credit for that one. That one actually kind of was alluded to before. So good on you, Index. You were consistent in one area. in one the anime for once.
Yes. Good job.
There was a what's the point of, I forget what's her name, Sasha? Is it Sasha? The chick that's with
oh yeah. Sasha, that's a great question.
Why is she here? She just does nothing, and then she fell off the fucking side of the
yeah.
What is she purpose?
I don't know why Fiamma wants her, and I don't know what she does.
If it wasn't for Misaka, she'd be the most useless person on the show right now. Speaking of which, Misaka shows up again at the end to do nothing, just to be there. To be like,
was it like past credits?
Yeah, it was past credits. I was gonna say make sure you watch the past credits scene, but I was like, oh, it doesn't really fucking matter. It's just Misaka showing up, being like, oh, we need to stop the nukes. Okay, let's stop the nukes. The end.
Okay, so she's gonna stop the nukes and not actually fight with Tiamat because
maybe not.
Always, maybe not, right?
I did like the alternate Misaka, like the evil Misaka. Just
I like her. Yeah, she's really
her
fun.
Sass and like, oh, you want to leave me with last order? I don't know if that'll work.
Yeah, right.
Crazy.
You want me to keep her safe? Huh? I love it. She's really fun.
God, I hope her and Accelerator get together and raise last order as like their daughter. That's my new headcanon fanfic. Because I'm writing this tonight. Look for it on fanfic.net.
Hey, you do you, I guess.
All right. And with that said, I think we're going to come to a close this week with G&A Podcast. If you did enjoy this episode, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can catch all the latest episodes. If you want to go the extra mile, you can also donate to us on Patreon, like all these lovely patrons on screen right now. But you can also join us on our Discord for free, as well as join the party over at Twitch and Twitter. So make sure you do that as well, all linked in the description. Drew, any closing words?
Sayaka Momo forever. Wait, excuse me. Momo Sayaka forever. It's important. For those who know pairings, you know how important that order is.
I will leave that at that. Thank you so much, guys. This has been Soberoni and
Droobie-doo.
And we'll see you next week. Later.
Bye.